We're here for another BTC Breakdown. We had an awesome card on the weekend. UFC Fox 30. We had Jose Aldo, the return of the king, hitting that killer body shot. We got Dustin the Diamond Poirier coming back to his glory, finishing off Alvarez. We got a few fights in here that we want to break down, some sweet submissions, some nice toe stabs, and of course we can't forget Master Renzo Gracie killing it at ONE FC on the weekend here at BTC.
Right off the bat when the fight starts, Herrera starts to attack the body. Good. MMA is a very monkey see, monkey do game. So Powell in return starts to attack Herrera's body with kicks. He's doing a really good job switching up his stance. So the first few kicks he throws, his opponent's doing a really good job of getting those elbows, getting those arms across and defending that kick, right? No harm, no foul. It's pretty safe here. Powell makes some really cool adjustments where he turns his toes in. His target is no longer his shin. He's trying to dig those toes behind that elbow into the liver. So he flexes his foot. First one, he comes from southpaw, gives him a different look, turns those toes behind, has his opponent hurt. Back in orthodox position, he walks into him, right foot, left foot back again, hits him through the ribs with the exact same strike. He's not using his foot, he's not using his shin. He's flexing his foot and digging those toes in. Very, very devastating strike.
Talking Islam Mahkachev and Cajun Johnson. So we're here, Islam Mahkachev is on the ground. He has his one arm pinned. Cajun Johnson's reaching for his back. I see he's trying to get up. As they're moving here and they start passing, Islam Mahkachev passes the arm behind the head as he switches his grip. He starts to lay down some shots. Cajun Johnson tries to roll his legs back to try to get up, try to get a little bit of feet in the armpits, like you're trying to kick your legs back, trying to push me up. Islam Mahkachev starts punching, the hand comes over, he goes to step, swinging his arm through, he steps up and over. At first, Islam Mahkachev falls towards the legs, going for the lace, but he feels Cajun Johnson starting to block. So right away, Islam Mahkachev goes to switch his arm grip underneath, fingers pointing towards the head. He lets go and he adjusts to grab the wrist. He gets the leg off the head as he pulls the wrist back over top, squeezing to expose the fingers, and then he starts to lean back. That on Cajun Johnson right here. So this should be here. Top. So Islam Mahkachev kind of had Cajun Johnson right where he wants. This is a kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. He has his one arm in very far away, so he can hit. He's kind of looking for a back exposure or anything to kind of get Cajun Johnson to expose one of his limbs again. So as he's here and he's hammering down, he goes to kind of pass the arm around. Cajun Johnson tries to bring his legs up to rebalance him, so he starts to move. As he goes to hit, the arm comes over the head, and it's just like a nice easy swing as he steps up and to come back over. Okay? Always good to start baiting our opponents and baiting our partners to make sure that they give us what we want. I know we're in a different position here. This should be underneath as we're going to attack, but now we have to start to address what's going on up here. Once he starts to switch, he baits the one wrist to give that one moment to get his leg off of the head to pull himself back in. He's really squeezing the arms apart to expose those far fingers. The other hand even stays across the body as he starts to lean back. Hey, ONE FC Championship, Yuki Kondo versus the Master Renzo Gracie, 51 years young, beautiful soul, come and fight on the weekend. So they're here, they're facing off. Renzo's changing a lot of levels. 1, 2, he goes back through, fakes, shoots in hard for his single. When he stands back up, he tries to dump his partner, and then he climbs right up to Yuki Kondo's back. From here, he threads his leg through, hooking the far knee, and he starts to fall on his side. Instantly, he gets the second hook over, but his bottom leg stays threaded. He's looking for a wrist or shoulder control as Yuki Kondo's moving. He keeps this leg flexed, and he starts laying down. He tries to go for the neck, and Yuki Kondo pulls it down. still not losing his position. He keeps fighting, and then secures his seatbelt. From here, he's able to get this nicely through, pull back, get his grip, and look for his finish. So they're here, they're fighting, he's got the shoulder grip, bang, bang. He's been peeled off a few times, so then he goes back to the classic seatbelt grip where he's here, he's nice and tight. He goes to fight his partner's wrist as he pulls his arm right over top of the shoulder. His head is super tight, keeping my partner's chin compressed against my elbow. And then when I start to go palm to palm, I can tuck my elbow and forearm behind my partner's back and sink in for my squeeze. Okay? So we all knew it was inevitable that Renzo would try to bring this fight to the floor. What we see him do here is actually something that Daniel Cormier does a lot. As soon as he shoots himself in, he grabs that single leg, he pops up, and he spin. His ideal takedown would just be here, taking his partner to the floor. But the second your partner starts to react, he already has his counter. So he's here, bomb, shoots in, climbs up to dump. The second he feels the reaction, up to the hip, and he turns the corner. Tight on the hip, lacing back through, and then we can start to ball ourselves back in. The mechanic that Renzo Gracie enacted to start to bring his partner down. A lot of people try to hook the leg here and trip. What he did is he actually went over top and he threaded to his partner's far leg, so he's here. And now here we actually just fall to the floor.
A lot of people do, they try to put the hook and they fall.
Yes.
Put the hook here. Look. And when you call, the hand comes here. On the shoulder. But you see what happened on the leg when you keep it tight, just put your hook. Yeah, yeah, look, I'm already falling.
And then hold.
Yes. And as you land it, you hold the shoulder. And the hand goes right. I showed this to my...
One more time.
You're not even worried. Like your hook is in, yes. And just lay this way a little. Yeah, look, I'm falling right away.
Right away, finding for my hook on the top, either on the shoulder, on the wrist, anything. So when my partner starts moving, I have control. He starts moving, I can hold on, I can look for my hit, we can start to pull our partner's hand back, anything to start to get our position nice and tight.